Greetings and salutations, viewers. I'm StarPrincessHLC. Welcome back to Interactive Horror Stories. When we last left off, we finished off The Doll. Now we're moving on to the second interactive horror story, After Funeral. Oh, I'm sure this will be interesting. Maybe there'll be more to it than just the doll situation here. After Funeral is a modern gothic horror story that takes place 3 days after your son's burial. Oh, that's already gloomy. Receive messages in your computer. Those claim to be sent by your son's soul. Says that he wants to be with you once again. He asks you to do a few things in order to be resurrected. Will you believe in the messages? Well, let's see what happens. You used to be a father. It's been 3 days since your son Jonathan White was buried in the graveyard of the local church. He was 8 years old. He had golden hair and blue eyes, just like the beloved man in the Carpenter's song Close to You. I love that song. Since your wife passed away giving birth to Jonathan, and since he has been your everything. He was your angel, now he is gone. Are you going to explain what happened? He died on a snowy winter morning. You had gone to market, leaving him alone at home. Alrighty, that is neglectful parenting. When you arrived at home, you found Jonathan lying on the bed motionless. His face was covered with his pillow. Choked. Police couldn't find any trace of trespassing. Again, why would you leave an 8-year-old at home alone? You clearly remember the solemn moments of Jonathan's funeral. In fact, you try to forget, but the details are in front of your eyes and they won't go away. The priest had intoned psalms and prayers, those you are not so familiar with. You are not so religious. While the lifeless body of your son laid in the church, his feet were turned to the east. He was wearing black suits and shiny shoes. His skin was pale. He was way too young for all this. Agreed. That's the worst feeling I think any parent can have, is burying their child, especially this one so young. You wished it was you lying there instead of him. Like the day Jonathan died, it's a snowy day in all of Ohio. There are 3 inches of snow outside. It's 1400 now. Apparently we're running on military time. You are a writer who has been on writer's block since that day. Understandable. Your favorite word processor is open in the computer. The screen is blank. You haven't written anything for a long time. There are cigarette butts in an ashtray, and your black hot coffee in a blue cup on your work table. You chain smoke and consume a lot of coffee nowadays, probably with a shot of whiskey. As you sip your coffee, doorbell rings. Sure, why not? You open the door. It's Bob, your neighbor and friend. Hi, Bob. You had drunk beers and had a barbecue with him for several times. Bob is a nice guy. He's overweight, has short black hair, and has no facial hair. He wears a dark blue jacket and a black beanie. He sounds like a hipster. Hey, how are you? I wanted to ask how you've been. Let's just, I guess we'll say we're fine. I don't know. Bob believes in your life. It's good that you are doing better, fam. Why would you say fam? Everyone knows losing a kid is a hard process, but I am sure you will get over it. You are a strong man. That's why I'm smoking like a crazy man. Bob continues, I'm going to the market right now. Do you need anything? You remember that you are out of cigarettes. Yes, I need cigarettes. Ah, you need cigarettes. He puts his hand in his pocket and pulls a pack of cigarettes. Maybe I'm a bad friend for doing this, but anyway, take this. I'll buy myself another pack in the market. You take the pack that has 10 cigarettes inside and thank him. That'll be gone within an hour. Okay, man, see you later. You say goodbye to Bob, too. Then he goes. You close the door and sit back on your work table. I'm at your work table. I should mention probably that the person who writes this likely English is not their first language, so there's going to be some grammatical errors, because nobody sits on their work table. You look at the computer screen that should have been blank, but no, it is not blank. Something is written. Daddy, I missed you. Shout Jonathan? After you shout your deceased son's name out, new letters appear and form a reply. Yes, it is me. You are not a computer engineer, but you know that it is possible to hack on someone's computer and pull a prank on them if the computer is online. Your computer is connected to the internet with an Ethernet cable. Pull the Ethernet cable? You crouch down and frantically pull the Ethernet cable from your computer. You expect that nothing else will be written, but no, you are wrong. I am in the computer. How is that possible, Jonathan? Good Lord said that I should be together with you. He said that I love you and you love me, so he sent me back. Oh, I am so afraid, Daddy. It is cold and dark. I am so cold here. That's a little creepy because if you're actually saying that God is helping you, I'm starting to question if you mean Satan. Please bring me back. Do you want to see me once again? Yes. Find 5 candles and wait for the midnight. Bye for now, Daddy. Yeah, this isn't ominous in the slightest. You have got only 1 candle at home. You normally used a candle when the electricity's gone, so you didn't need more than 1 candle before. What will you do? I guess I'll buy them from the market. Seems kind of silly to ask Bob for candles. So you wear your long beige coat, black leather boots, and walk to the market to buy 4 candles. Then you return home. At home, you wait in front of your monitor. Nothing happens till midnight. Then a message appears on the screen. I am back, Daddy. Did you bring the candles? Yes. Good. Let me explain how you can bring me back. I don't know why I'm going along with this. Go to the cemetery, dig my grave, bring my coffin home. Okay. We shall speak again once you bring my coffin. You know it is insane what you do, but you get prepared to get outside. You wear your coat and get outside your home. It is snowing like hell, a cold interpretation of hell. Which is funny considering you always think of fire and brimstone when you think of hell, but hey, maybe it's actually a winter wonderland down there. Outside, the sky has a bright purple color illuminating the night with the help of a full moon behind the clouds. You get in your car and start it. The streets and roads are empty. There is only you outside in this hour of night. It doesn't take long to arrive to the church and its graveyard. Graveyard is covered with snow and gray mist. No lights come from the church. Either there is nobody inside or the priest is sleeping. That's good. You can't be seen while digging your son's grave. Do priests actually live in the church? I highly doubt that. You find the graves of your son and wife. Jonathan White was buried next to his mother. There is an unoccupied area next to them. You will be buried there when your time comes. You search for a shovel. You find it in about 10 minutes. You are ready to dig the grave. Okay, let's dig the grave. You start digging Jonathan's grave. After 6 feet of digging, you reach the little wooden coffin. You climb down, then carry the coffin up. After that, you climb up and carry the dirty coffin to your car's back seat. You have never done something this bizarre before. I would assume not. Also, that must be a very light coffin to just have one person carrying it. Either that or it's just a cardboard box. I don't know. After you reach home, you get off your car and carry the coffin home. Luckily, there is nobody around. You drag the coffin to your living room center. You don't care about the floor getting dirty with soil. Thank you, Daddy, gets written on the screen. Now put the candles around my coffin like a star. Yeah, that's clearly not something you would hear from, a little angel sent by God. Okay. You carefully place the candles around the coffin, making it the center of a star. You light them with your lighter. Now read this aloud, Daddy. A lonely goat on a mountain. He is thirsty, thirsty for humanly love and affection. I shall give him the water. That's definitely not something you would hear from God, especially since you got the whole goat thing. You read the lines. Yay! And the coffin starts to shake. The coffin's lid gets opened slowly. You see Jonathan opening the lid and raising up. His skin is pale, almost white. You can smell the rot of his undead corpse. He is wearing that black suit you couldn't forget. He stands on his feet and smiles at you. Then he steps outside the coffin, away from you, without saying anything. And he does something you wouldn't expect from dead. He dances. He dances with joy. He is a grateful dead. Ha 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 ha. Terrible, I know. After half a minute, he stops dancing, stares at you. His eyes are still blue. Take me in your arms, Daddy. Take me to the bathroom. I want to show you something. It is impossible not to obey what he says. You feel his presence dominating the room, overwhelming you, and it's impossible to say no. You crouch down and take him in your arms. You carry him to the bathroom. You bring him to the dark bathroom. You turn on the light and get horrified by what you see in the mirror. The boy's reflection is different. His skin is burnt like coal. Jonathan had an instant and handsome face, but the face you see is so far from being pleasant. It is like a really old man's face, who is also very ugly. And he has no hair. That's not a nice thing to say about old people. I always wanted a daddy like you, says the eldritch abomination you hold in your arms. The end. Okay, that's great. What's the other ending? Let's see here. Let's see. After the funeral, yep, we're doing this. Okay, I'm not gonna open the door. The doorbell rings once again, but you don't respond. It's probably Bob, your neighbor and friend. You feel an urge to wash your face. Despite the cold day, your face somehow got sweaty. After washing your face, you look at your reflection in the mirror. You notice that your eyes got red, mostly because of crying and being sleepless. You use sleeping pills, but they don't always work. Turn back to your work table. Okay, well, something's written there. Turn off the computer. You turn off the computer and the monitor screen goes black. Then nothing else appears on the screen. You don't find anything to write in your novel, so you don't need to turn on the computer once again. And yes, also the text disturbed you. You don't experience anything supernatural during the rest of the day. At night, you take your sleeping pills and fall asleep. You are having a vivid dream. You see Jonathan in a garden with green grass and colorful flowers. He runs around with happiness and angels. There are white-dressed angels around him. Everyone is smiling. You are not part of this dream. Jonathan doesn't see you, but you are still content with seeing him happy in this Eden. He was always a benevolent boy, after all. He deserved to go to heaven. You wake up to the sound of the doorbell rings bell. Well, the doorbells ring, I guess. You take a look at the clock. It's 10 a.m. You wear your slippers and open the door. It's Bob. Hello, I need to show you something. He holds a newspaper in his hand. There is anxiety on his face. You take the newspaper. It's Ohio's local school paper. Another kid choked to death. Ooh, I think now we're getting into a different scenario. Officers are investigating the curious case of repeated deaths of kids in the state. Yesterday night, a 6-year-old boy, Kevin Madsen, was found dead in his bed by his parents. His face was covered with his pillow. What makes this interesting for officers is this is the 7th time a boy died this way this month in Ohio. Recently, 8-year-old Jonathan White also died with a pillow on his face. Sheriff Wolcott states that he finds the recent events quite interesting. There's a serial killer on the loose, smothering children in their sleep. The end. Okay, that was rather anticlimactic, I should say. But at least in the other one, he kind of had a chance to, I don't know, get over it. A little debatable on that one. Yeah, so far, we really haven't had too many, major supernatural things with. With the doll one, it was the girl had some kind of mental illness and had, visions of killing her mom. And in this one, yeah, we had the one where he summoned a demon, but other than that, it was just basically, I'm okay with my son's death, he's at peace, and then his friend comes in and it's like, yeah, apparently there's a serial killer on the list. Do we get to find anything else about that? Nope. Just know that you didn't murder your kid, although I still question the fact that you left the kid home alone. But maybe that's just me. Alright, that's another one done and over with. We still have 4 more to go through. What will the next ones entail? Who knows? But for now, this is StarPrincessHLC saying thank you very much for watching, and have a fond farewell.